toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, a team ready to put on a show. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Huskers will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Brings into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great way.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gets him past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Quick completion to the right. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play through.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. So Nebraska's offense will go to work for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys.
Turning it on! They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cornhuskers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Now they'll run it on the toss. Powers through the defender. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Here we go. The play action fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Makes the grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Makes the grab on the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get into the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Red pass, it's complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
We see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll take it himself. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They're working that left side. Into their happy place for a touchdown. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Samuel. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Complete to the left. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
He breaks a tackle.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
They kick it away on 4th down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Taylor wants to throw. Lines us back in the middle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Takes the easy one to the back. Puts him in the spin cycle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
From the shotgun, the inside give.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Quarterback keeps it. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's Samuel. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They go to the draw. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Huskers will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Cornhuskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's got the back in the middle. Tackled there by the defense. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The lead is down to a field goal. we check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today. They're up 14 over Rutgers.
Taylor wants to throw it.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The RPO, fire complete to the left. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle from the legs.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. The sure hands, it's Malusi. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover. Pick up the first. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the right. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Oh, he missed it. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
Look, it's sloppy out here. It's wet. The ball is slick. It's not easy to kick in these types of conditions. That's now his 2nd missed field goal, but I know this kicker's disappointed in himself because he's good enough to make these plays.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air, it's Samuel. Heaves it deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, back to the sea of red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Just about set to get this second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And some room to work. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense got it. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Taylor wants to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Trying to barge their way in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And 4th and 2 is a little bit harder than 4th and 1, but you practice these 2-point conversion plays every week. It's an important part of the game, so you should have some confidence on the 2-yard line of a play you can run to be successful.
The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. He wants to throw it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And it's in for a touchdown. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it.
There he goes. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Got a little space. Got enough for the 1st down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Oh, that did not go as planned except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop. The Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Snagged out of the air. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeps it on the bootleg. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking to throw, it's Samuel. Pressure coming. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Just drives it between the uprights. This is now a 7-point game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today. They're up by 28 over Rutgers. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Here they come on second down, trying to put this game away. Looks as if he's going to run it. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Taylor wants to throw it. With the catch, it's Malusi. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get concerned. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
Going to the run. It's Grant. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Taylor wants to throw. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Looking downfield on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. That's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Samuel. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying play action. This time it's complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
We know this defense loves to play a lot of zone coverage, so you're seeing this offense now attacking that. They're letting the receivers find the soft spots in the zones so they can advance the football.
Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. The Cornhuskers want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw again. He wants it all. Touchdown, Husker! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Rushes on him. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A sack ends the drive for this O, and the punting unit is now on the field. To the air on 1st down. He's got his man.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Lets it fly. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by 7 possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Taylor wants to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he missed it. No good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Working that left side now. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on 1st down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
Stuck on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the deep shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off.